Hi, I'm Jerry Brock, and welcome to this episode of Achievement Update. And I'm right here in hotel room. You've seen these before. You know, one looks pretty much like all the others, and here we are. But I'm in the hotel room here for a conference, but I had to get this video out to you because this one is really important. So how that now we are all entrepreneurs. Yep, that's right. You've got to learn to think more like an entrepreneur, to be able to change and adapt quickly, move around, get things done when they need to be done. If you sit back thinking, oh, it'll always be that way it was before, you're wrong. Look at what's going on today in our world. We're seeing that change and adaptation, not just good ideas, they're necessary. I mean, people that think they have this thing called job security, they need to get a good welcome into the 21st century because it doesn't work that way. There is no job security. And if you doubt that, just ask the people that used to work at Lehman Brothers or GM or the state of California. I mean, everything is different today. And that means you can get depressed. You know, the news media is good at that. Oh, this bad thing happened. This bad thing happened. And you know what? They're reporting some of the truth. So come on, they're right on that, but they're not reporting the whole truth. There's still good side to it. There's still a lot of good out there for those that adapt and change and can look at what's going on and make the most of it. You see, this has been the trend throughout history. Throughout history, our ancestors have had to adjust and to adapt to changing times. And so that means you and I get to do this as well. Well, that's a beautiful view from the atrium here, but I had to shift and wanted to just come out here just so you can see a different view, but also to address the thing that I talked about. Our ancestors had to change a lot. They had to do it, and you think about it, throughout time, successful people have adjusted, have adapted with the changing times. Being flexible and being able to adapt is the key. Charles Darwin taught us that. He did not say survival of the fittest. That was Herbert Spencer that said that, and it's often attributed to Darwin. What Darwin did say is that throughout history, survival and the success of life goes not to the swiftest or to the strongest, but to those who are able to best adapt and change to the times. That's more appropriate today than ever before. We've got to do that. Matter of fact, let me share something with you. You'll hear this on the podcast, and I encourage you to listen to that as well. If you like audio, you can do that. You can also read the article that's there, because I want to give you a lot of good information there. And by the way, those of you that are on the coaching program, you want to watch your mail, because this next week, we've got some choice interviews coming up. We're going to show you how you can make money through some things with Ted Nicolas, that noted guru and marketing genius. But think for a moment. Suppose you were a manufacturer of buggy whips back when the horseless carriage was coming about. You think, okay, well, I'll have buggy whips. We've always had horses around, and we'll always do that. My father did it, my granddaddy did it, and my granddaddy before him always made buggy whips. Well, things changed. The horseless carriage came around, and people had to adapt. However, look at your skills that you have right now, because you might be going through a similar thing. Think about the things where you have strengths. If someone did make buggy whips, let's go back to my mythical buggy whip manufacturer. If you made buggy whips, you were pretty good with leather. You know how to do that. You know how to take the leather and make it into nice buggy whips that work very well. However, now there's not going to be as much need for buggy whips on a car. Sometimes you might feel like it, but you don't want to do that. However, they need leather. They need leather for the steering wheels. They need leather for the seats. They need leather for dashboards and other parts of cars. And other things need leather as well. If you look at yourself as a manufacturer of buggy whips, you limit yourself. But if you look at yourself as a connoisseur, an expert in crafting leather products that make people delighted, you've got a much greater market. Now's a great time for you to step back and look at where you are. If you've recently been laid off, first of all, I understand that, and I feel sorry for you on that. However, I also congratulate you on great opportunities that are ahead. And by the way, if you haven't been laid off yet, then you might want to look at that also. Because if you're ready for it, and you're saying, oh, I've got all these other opportunities, great. Two areas. Number one, the things that you already can do that you expand beyond that. And number two, by acquiring certain new skills and new knowledge, you can do many more things. So think about that. And by the way, you'll want to find the skills for this. You can do that through our coaching program. The High Achievers coaching system that we have is something that gives you the hands-on practical experience. And like I said, coming up this next week, Ted Nicolas interviews that I did are going to be absolutely outstanding. Point by point, how to design your letters, how to get attention with headlines, building the copy, following up, those kinds of things from a marketing genius who has sold over $6.5 billion, with a B, $1 billion worth of stuff. Hey, I'm Terry Brock, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Drop me a note, terry@terrybrock.com. Hope you have a great day.